in childbirth, and she only had one child, and he's just an amazing scholar. And he was raised without his mother and without his father. He was raised at his grandfather's, and just amazing man. But one of his sons went and joined the army and went to Iraq and studied and came back, and just very different from the path of his father. But all his father did was do dua for him, and he was actually put in prison, and then they had a trial and they were all sentenced. And this is a true story, I'm not making this up. They had a trial, and every time, they would put all the names down, and then the man who typed the names out would bring them. And the name of Marabt al-Hajj's son was missing, wasn't on. He said, go write it again. And he'd do it again. He came back, it wasn't there. After 3 times, he just said, leave the wali's son alone. And now he's very pious, very righteous man. All his sons became scholars, and he didn't do anything other than dua. Rabbahum bid-du'a. And that was the tarbiyah of the Prophet ﷺ. Rabbahum bid-du'a wa-nadara. That's the way the Prophet. So we have to trust in God. Ista'inu bil-sabri was-salah. Really take help from prayer and Shaykh Abdullah bin Bayy, he said, people, when they see their children going astray, they fall apart. And he said they should go to God, because their hearts are in God's hands. You can't go and tell them, because you raised them, and they're not following what you obviously didn't raise them to go astray. But if they've gone astray, you have to go to God, because He's the one that can rectify them. And He will. He'll rectify our children, And then there's some, like Nuh alayhi salam, khalas. His son didn't get on the boat. So, but